Did we do it?
We're
It
good.
is.
We are
Excellent.
live.
What you want?
You're listening to The War Report, a wrestling and relationships podcast with your host, Vince Berry. The War Report is brought to you by TagMeADate.com, where wrestling night is date night. Sign up now, and your first month is free. All right, everybody, welcome once again to another rousing edition of The War Report. We are live and in public, if you will, on a Tuesday night, baby. 7 o'clock Tuesday on the East Coast here, January 5th, 2016. Hope everybody's having a nice evening. Now, with more hosts than the Bullet Club has members, this is the TagMeADate.com podcast, The War Report. We'll get into that later, I'm sure. We have more members in the Bullet Club, but we don't have as many number one contenders to the WWE title because there are 29 of them now. We'll also get into that because Steve, I can already see the steam coming off. Like, look at how red he's already getting about this. It's like a teapot. He's just ready to, like, he's steaming. Okay, we'll go around the room. We'll get to him last. Maybe we'll give him some time. Serenity now. It's best of his season. Just okay. Eric. How are you doing, darling?
I'm all right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone, because the last show was 2015. So, let's get things started right.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
There's never a lack of things to talk about, and just after, usually right the day after our podcast happens, something else happens in wrestling, and we got to talk about it the next week.
But it happened today.
Yeah.
It actually happened today. I'm so happy. It happened on a Tuesday instead of Wednesday.
Things that are going on right now that we got to talk about. And like you said, we've all got steam coming out of our ears. We're dying. But no, it's good to be here. It's good to be back in 2016 and
it's the wrestling landscape. It's 5 days. We're 5 days into 2016, and nobody has a fucking clue what's happening in wrestling, and I love it. Usually, you know by now, oh, this guy's probably gonna win the Royal Rumble, and this guy's gonna go on and wrestle. We have no clue. We just it's out there. Ryan, how are you this week?
Doing great.
Excellent.
Well, everybody's talking Royal Rumble. Who's gonna win? Is it fair to Flair?
It's Rumble 92 all over again. I listen. That's the one thing. Rumble 92.
Someone's defending the title.
Yes, someone's defending the title. That's never happened before. But hold on, I gotta show you. I got a Christmas gift. I got a Christmas gift from my girlfriend, and it ties into this. It's the best thing ever. Hold on. She got me. Some guy on Etsy made a Rumble 92 poster.
Nice.
With all the guys, all the matches, the whole deal. It's really fucking cool.
Talk about ironic timing.
Right? She gave it to me, and she's like, Merry Christmas, all that. And I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Like, it's really cool, and I have to find a place to hang it. But now it's just like, it has a whole other level, because now we've got this situation coming up.
This morning I was drawing up the run sheet, watching the 92 Rumble again.
I think I lost my headphones. All right, and we're back. Big Cheese! Steve, we can see the locker room. How are you today?
I've had better days there, Vince. I've had better days. What a sad fucking state to be in as we kick off our first podcast in 2016. I was all fucking excited. It's a new year.
It's a new day.
Vince is back. It's a new day. And then Monday happened. So when we're ready to get into it, I know we got the whole Freeman 5. I'll be more than happy to share my thoughts. But I'm pretty fucking pissed off, Vince. Pretty fucking pissed off, I'm not going to lie.
This is beautiful. I love it. All right. Because this show is often produced when I'm still getting my studio set up here, is the page... Oh, okay. We've got Raw, Super SmackDown, and New... Oh, look at this. This whole thing is... It's
It's beautiful.
Divided into tabs. Look at you.
I love that there's tabs. Yeah.
That's great. Now, do we have an order for our 5? Like you have it figured out?
I normally.
If I play the music, we're gonna be able to do the 5?
We got 4 top. Yeah, technically, yeah. We got.
Good.
Looking at news, we got 4 topics, and Rob.
I got about fucking 20.
You're gonna get a 5. Do you hear that? You're gonna get a 5 count.
3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. Just give me more. Time to keep
It's a new year. Yes, it is. Don't you dare be sour. Our Friedman 5 will bring you the power of 5 topics that we discussed this week, curated by one of our resident Ashkenazis. Eric, I have no idea which tribe you're from, but Eric's going to go over the 5 topics we're going to go over, and I mean, Jesus Christ, it's Tuesday, and there's already so much to talk about.
That's right. Well, I guess we'll start off with Raw, and specifically on Raw, the fact that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship will now be defended in the Royal Rumble match itself, which has never happened before. I love firsts, but the timing is a little weird. Other things we have, this is huge to me, and I'm sure to all of you, New Japan stars are gone.
The Biz Cliz.
Mainly AJ Styles and Doc and Carl Anderson from the Bullet Club, as well as Shinsuke Nakamura. But he's still got a title, so he's probably gonna have to drop that before he shows up. But that's big news. We got Brock Lesnar returning next week. SmackDown's moved to USA, and the James Storm thing, that's up in the air. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do. Anybody have any suggestions what you want to take on first?
Let's tackle Raw first and go.
I think that's a great fucking idea.
Steve is ready to go.
I'd love to give it to you because I want to hear what you have to say.
Steve is not just getting hype. He is staying so hype right now.
Oh, I'm staying hype. Oh, buddy, am I staying hype.
Oh, man.
All right.
Indulge us.
Does this sort of sound to anyone else like Roman Reigns is guaranteed to win the Rumble now?
That's what I thought.
That's my biggest fucking problem with them doing basic, the title on the line. It's fucking stupid.
That was my issue too.
Unless you're not having Roman keep the title, which is retarded, and you're going to have him wait till Mania and have Brock Lesnar not only win the Rumble, but win the world title. I would be okay with that. Nonetheless, this stipulation sucks big hairy balls. It is fucking horrible. I am so angry. I was so excited to have Vince back. The ratings have reflected. It's been fantastic. And then he opens his mouth. The best part of Raw last night was Vince McMahon juggling his tits to his theme music. It was the best part of Raw. Best part of Raw. I was
a little bit disturbed. He's so his muscles. Oh my God, he's a 70-year-old man. And
see him on the cover of Muscle and Fitness last year. Come on.
No, we're talking about a 70-year-old who's.
He's gonna be pushing around Stephanie in a wheelchair one of these days. Watch, yeah. She's gonna be like old, like she's gonna be Linda, like as old as them, and he's gonna be 140 years old.
He's like Jack LaLanne doing push-ups and shit.
He's like Jack LaLanne pulling a fucking speedboat on his 70th birthday. Because Jack LaLanne, I don't forget which year it was, but he was getting up there, and he put a chain on a speedboat, and then put the chain in his mouth with a little rubber thing, and then swam and pulled the boat behind him. Your Jack LaLanne fact of the day. I try to have relatable stories, but I'm a nerd, and I have way too much pop culture knowledge to not share this with you. But yes, go ahead with this.
This just ruined my favorite pay-per-view of the year next to Mania.
It is really my...
Whoever went to Vince and said, I got the idea. This is going to put us over the top. We're going to put the title on the line at the Rumble.
Bro, the title's on the line on a pole, bro.
Immediately, he should be fired. They should turn him upside down and dunk his head in a fucking toilet bowl and flush. I have veins popping out of my head because it's fucking retarded.
And there's a huge difference between this and the 1992 Royal Rumble.
True.
Yeah. Now, question: does Roman Reigns come in at number 1 and have to work his way to the end?
That would be even worse if he came.
Right? See, that's what I'm picturing. In my head, I'm picturing he comes out and then wrestles the entire Rumble, or stays on his back the entire Rumble, pops up, throws Brock Lesnar out of the ring. He's going to throw out like Batista, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, and they're going to dig up
Jericho.
The
Yeah,
return.
they're going to dig up Doink. They're going to dig up Test. He's going to have to throw everybody out of the ring, and he's going to win because he has to beat every person on the roster.
I really, that was my worry too. Like as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that because they just gave Reigns the title. They got him really over, and it would be stupid to have him lose it already. But at the same time, it sucks to have him like pretty much almost guaranteed to win the whole thing. And he better not come at number 1. That's going to be even more ridiculous and predictable.
Steve, can I, or Eric rather, can I give you an alternative here?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is going to win. He's not, there's nobody left. It's down to him and whoever number 30 is, and it counts down 3, 2, 1.
It's more than possible.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we get a huge swerve.
Right? That would be nice. But I have this image of Triple H.
Gonna win the Rumble?
Triple H comes down at the end at number 30 after Reigns was number 1, and then that's gonna be who puts him over at WrestleMania, because he had to put over Cena. I feel like he feels like he's the gatekeeper. Maybe he feels like he has to put this guy over to cement him, but.
I'm the Keymaster. Are you the gatekeeper?
The other prediction is not a 5-second ad for some terrible horror movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, that looks bad. The Forest.
That would be a really bad entrance.
It can't be! JBL, do you see that? Number 30! Brock Lesnar! I love it, Mogul! We fight on Sunday nights! Like, I don't know.
I've been saying it for weeks. And I stick to it. I still, when it's all said and done, Brock Lesnar's winning the Rumble.
But does that mean that
stipulation?
Here's the problem. That means that Brock Lesnar is going to lose to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
That is what it means, yes. But again, that's the brilliance of a 30-man fucking writing team. These fucking snapperheads. I'm telling you, it's a fucking joke. A fucking joke. You can pay me half of what you're paying these fuckers, and I'll produce a better show.
Aside from my joke about the title being on the poll, I think this is the perfect episode to show Vince Russo. Hi, Vince. But come on, at this point, they rehashed just in the past year to get Roman Reigns over. They turned Roman Reigns into Daniel Bryan. They turned him into John Cena. They turned him into Stone Cold. He was the underdog who had to fight against the odds and overcome everything. They had to redo fucking Deadly Games. They had to bring back the 92 Rumble for the title. They had to bring back Vince McMahon, who hasn't been a regular on TV in 5 years. All to get this one guy over. Just move on. It's fine. He has plateaued. He's reached a level, and that's okay. And then you can work on somebody else and build them up too.
How many people would get Roman, on your point, how many people would get his amount of chances?
Nobody.
And here's the other thing that pisses me off. If if somebody else, namely Brock or whoever, wins the Rumble and title, and then loses it subsequently to Roman Reigns, it's ridiculous because then within a 6-month period, it gives Reigns a three reigns. It's ridiculous.
You know what the worst
It's not
option?
like Mankind. It's different than Mankind winning his titles. Because that was
It happened with The Rock as well. But
yeah, The Rock. But
Roman, the only one I've seen is, it happened with The Rock, but Roman Reigns isn't The Rock. So that's both sides of it. And I don't like it either. You know what else would suck? If
that thing
Cena,
that Chris Jericho said last night that got the crowd going, only guys like Chris Jericho or The Rock or someone like that can pull that off. You give that shit to Roman Reigns and it's not going to get over.
Anytime anybody talks about Strudel or any of that goofy bull. It only works when The Rock does it.
Rock, Cena, or Jericho. That's it.
They had Dean Ambrose try and do it, and then they did that stupid thing with like a blow-up doll, and then like the briefcase had Nickelodeon slime in it, and some other bullshit like
Justin Bieber and all this crap.
Right, it was all this bullshit stuff, and it's like just let the guy let him be the guy that like he lives in a trailer park and fights so he can eat food. Like that's who he looks like. He looks hungry. He looks like a guy that doesn't eat a lot and needs to like go to Fight Club in order to make money to eat. I'm okay with
His presentation on Raw last night was pretty good.
Dean Ambrose is a star. There are a couple guys on this roster that are stars and they don't even fucking know it. Wyatt's a star. Uh-oh. Wait a fucking second, ladies and gentlemen. There are no words right now. No words. Only music. For the triumphant return. And I hope he yells and blows his microphone out and we can't hear him for 30 seconds. Oh, no, he's ready.
At all times.
Here to drop some wrestling knowledge after over 6 months away, the one and only Big Heck.
What up? What up, what up, what up, man? It's been a while.
Welcome back.
Shit.
And
like you, Jack, I'm going to leave your music playing. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Everything is good. I'm glad to be back with you guys. I missed you.
I missed you. Oh, my God.
Finally.
Let's bring back to the War Report.
All right, so I don't know if you've been listening or not, but Steve is having a brain aneurysm over this Royal Rumble thing. So, let's get your take on this.
It's different. It's definitely different.
It's fucking dumb.
This is what we've been dealing with.
Fucking dumb.
For the last 17 minutes.
Wait. Introduce me to Ryan here. I never met him.
All right, Ryan's the intern.
Ryan, the intern. Okay.
Yep.
Ryan, great to meet you, man.
Yes. Hello.
Great to meet you, bro.
Yep.
So my initial thoughts on I actually fell asleep last night. That's how boring Raw was.
And there it is.
And my girlfriend actually told me exactly what happened last night, this morning. So I wasn't too impressed. But I do think it's different. I like what they did. I like the concept is definitely different. I mean, I don't think it's happened for quite some time that the strap was up for grabs at the Rumble. So, definitely nice to bring back some nostalgia. Nice to bring back a little bit of some old school flavor. But I don't know what happens. Does Triple H come out? Does he ruin it? Like, I mean, they've been hiding him for so long. So I mean, that's like the main angle that I could see going on.
Does this ruin the Royal Rumble? Does this not tell you that it's a pretty good shot that Roman Reigns is winning the Rumble now?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you could go so many different ways. I see you're very angry and passionate about this. So
I'm very angry. I'm very angry. I just don't think it makes sense long term because taking the strap off Roman this quickly is not a good idea. And my prediction has always been Brock Lesnar's coming back. He's winning the Rumble, and that's how he's going to be in the main event at Mania. Now, could he possibly come out, win, and win the title? Yeah. But then where the fuck does that leave Roman? You just spent a whole year to the moment where he wins the title, and what, we're going to just end it now? I mean, I think it's going to kill Roman Reigns completely.
I don't think so. I mean, they're definitely protecting him. I mean, you can see his storyline is with Vince McMahon, with the chairman, which I don't think have been really well thought out. I think they've just been kind of thrown together. But still, him being with Vince McMahon these past few weeks definitely shows that, WWE is trying to at least groom him and at least take care of him in a good way. So, I mean, that's one good thing that I see out of it. I don't think I'll be surprised if he wins at the Royal Rumble, to be honest with you. I think he's going to lose in some way, shape, or form, which will then give you a better lead-up to Mania to whoever he fights. So, I mean, that's what I think. I personally think he's going to lose, whether it be Triple H, making a surprise entrance at number 30 and throwing him out, let Triple H hold the belt for, 2 months, and then have Roman Reigns have his WrestleMania moment at Mania, obviously. So,
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of things that they could do. I think it's a good idea. From all things that I've been reading and hearing, it's, you know, either a Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt or a Brock Lesnar possibly even facing The Rock. So now that The Rock is back in the mix, I mean, that throws a huge monkey wrench into it. I mean, could you see Rock coming back as a heel one time to fight his cousin and have, you know, a family feud kind of a thing?
I would like that.
I would love that. I would love that angle. Yeah, I agree. So, I mean, there's plenty of things that...
Bring back Hollywood Rock.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
What if The Rock is number 30?
Look at the tongue.
Yeah. What if The Rock is entrant number 30? Exactly, Eric.
What if you have a Rock eliminate Triple H and have that's the way you have Roman retain the title?
And set up that feud for Mania how they had originally.
Listen, we also haven't talked about the other rumor that's been going around that quite possibly Daniel Bryan will be making his return at the Rumble and winning. So,
I've heard he's been pretty good to go.
Yeah.
The past few months, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
They didn't want to bring him back because they've been focusing on Roman.
Well, I heard that he had one doctor clear him, one doctor say no, and that there's a third doctor that was going to break the tie.
Clear him.
Right, the WWE doctors won't clear him. He has an independent doctor that cleared him. They're going to go, and I think their approach was both parties were going to agree on a third-party doctor, and then whatever that person's recommendation was. I have no clue. I wish I had a little more information on him, but oh, you know what? I thought of the darkest possible timeline for this one. Cena wins, and
LOL.
and he ties Flair's record for the most world title championship reigns at 16, and then Roman Reigns beats him at WrestleMania. So not only did you get Cena becoming you have Cena becoming the next Ric Flair record holder, you also have Roman Reigns going over at the end of it.
I like it. I don't think it'll go that route, but
it would only be good if somebody turned heel. Because if it was just two smiling guys talking about poopy and grapefruits, like we're gonna have a really rough WrestleMania season.
JBL is poopy.
And
I remember that to this day. That was like 8 years ago, and I still remember.
I really don't think Cena's ever gonna go heel. I think
no.
There's too much money in Cena not being heel.
Everyone said the same thing about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but no, Hogan was not the money guy that John Cena is right now, and the company at that time wasn't publicly traded. So when you're talking about stocks and stuff like that, there's no way that literally your face of the company.
And Cena blew away Hogan's record with the whole with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot to that too. There's more technology now. I'm sure more people are signing up for it. It's more visible. So, but yes, he does. Like, listen, John Cena is the guy as far as they're concerned, and I think I like John Cena. I like seeing him do this acting stuff because it gets him out of this John Cena mode where he's the wrestler with the jean shorts and the sneakers. Like, he becomes it's a different character, and when you see him in different characters, you see that he's a good actor because it proves that he can do more than JBL is poopy. It proves he has more. Like, he's a good actor in general. So I'd like to see him do, like with The Rock. They did the same thing with The Rock. They tried to make him an action movie guy when he's more like he's a big muscly guy, but he's also really funny. So they found ways for The Rock to do action stuff.
Like Rock and Be Cool.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yes.
And like even now, John Cena, these minor parts he gets in Trainwreck and Sisters and all that.
He was great in Trainwreck.
He's funny as hell. He's just got the timing down. So I would love to see him take on another character, even in WWE, whether it's babyface or heel. Maybe just if he steps away from wrestling and he does managing or is the general manager or something, and it gives him a chance to do other stuff while still being part of the company. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, Cena with the U.S. Championship Challenge has been like my favorite version of John Cena in quite a while.
Well, yeah. Oh God,
I really
yeah.
enjoyed that.
This was the John Cena we needed in like 2005, 2006.
Yeah,
because he was putting on good shit with Edge, but I feel like this John Cena with that version of Edge would be like.
Yeah.
I would still like to see Thugonomics come back. That was my favorite scene.
Amen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that was cool.
Old School Raw. They should have
yeah.
everybody on Old School Raw come back out on their old
Original
gimmicks.
gimmick.
Yeah.
So listen, I think we've pretty much spent 25 minutes now on Raw.
Well, we spent
really
25 minutes on your mental breakdown about the Royal
That's
Rumble.
true, and I'm starting to calm down, although I'm still having palpitations. But I will say
this isn't a psychoanalysis for you. Okay?
Listen, this is my therapy session. Because after yesterday, I was having agita. But I will say, this: we need to talk about the breaking news.
Go sip on some Manischewitz and eat gefilte fish.
I will say this though.
We
really need to talk about the breaking news that AJ Styles and some of the Bullet Club are not only making their way into WWE, but they're bypassing NXT. There's talks about main roster, and there's even talks of AJ Styles being a surprise in his first ever Royal fucking Rumble.
Now
phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, according to what I read, I do like the idea. But I think he has some house shows that he has to first appear at, which might have contractual obligations.
He's actually been pulled off of all the Ring of Honor posters now, so I don't know if he worked something out with them, but I think he's officially like somebody announced, they're like, oh, we went through all the posters on Ring of Honor, and he's not there anymore. So.
Yeah.
Listen, and not only that, but Vince is pretty good about having them start and still finish their commitments. So,
like Del Rio,
like with Samoa Joe
and Del Rio.
Yeah, Del Rio worked for us right before he signed. So I mean, he was finishing all of his stuff up.
Well, Del Rio actually signed and then still had to do a Puerto Rico tour with AAA, I think.
Yep.
Where he got beat up at ringside by a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
People.
Now, can they use the Bullet Club name?
I don't think they can.
No.
I don't know. Apparently, it was Carl Anderson's idea himself.
If he trademarked it, then yes, but I don't know.
If he didn't trademark it, then they're coming in as the club.
Well, they actually on Twitter, the Bullet Club Twitter account said at Finn Balor, save a few of those Balor Club T-shirts. We might need them.
He was the leader, yeah.
He was. What if, now that would be something if, okay, I just had a thought. Let me, before I start coughing, I'm going to have a little bit of this. Sponsor us, Powerade.
Wait.
Right? But, all right, so here's the thought. The Wyatt family has said that they're going to go in as a faction and try and win this thing. What if they're in the ring clearing people out, and you hear that fucking, you hear this, and Devitt comes out, or Balor comes out, and then next thing you know, every 2 minutes, one of the fucking Bullet Club guys comes out, and you've got Wyatt's Bullet Club.
That would be amazing.
Sets up a great WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Or AJ could come right in and be a main eventer. That's how good
without
he is. He could jump right into any feud with anybody and be taken seriously.
Do you think Bullet Club comes in and has a feud with the Social Outcasts?
That probably would.
Can we talk about that? Well, let's rewind back to Raw.
I'm so okay with those guys.
Baby.
Can we say Job Squad Part D?
Duh.
I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, what the fuck?
I thought it was going to be 4MB or something.
I mean, that was pretty fucking horrible.
I'm glad they're doing something.
The chains are off. The chains are off.
You got the
it was horrible.
There's the 4 least intimidating guys on the roster, right? And you're like, we're a faction now.
I just and Heath Slater got a win. I mean, that's pretty fucking historic.
That was a big win. That was really a big win, though.
I was like, wait a minute, Heath Slater won, and then I kept reading the recap. I'm like, oh, okay, so they're doing something.
Yep.
But
the
Stardust won anything was when he was tag team champions in the Nexus.
Yep.
That was when that was when McGillicuddy was wearing that awful backwards fitted hat, the dry fit. Awful. Although it does give us an opportunity because Guns N' Roses is reforming. and you can have Adam Rose and Curtis Axel as your tag team champions. Axel Rose. It could be a nice little tie-in. They could have Slash and Axel, like they could have Guns N' Roses play their generic jobber theme music at WrestleMania. Yep. You announce him as Axl Rose, and then Axel starts walking down the ramp, and they're like, no, Axel, wrong guy.
Wrong Axel.
My bad. That was all me.
Did you hear he canceled? Guns N' Roses was supposed to be on Jimmy Kimmel tonight to announce. Yeah, he already fucking they've reunited for less than a day, and he's already canceling gigs.
Wow,
that's brilliant.
Such an Axl Rose thing to do.
The real Guns N' Roses, not that stupid shit with Buckethead years
ago. No, it's not. It's Duff and Slash and Axl and I don't know who else is going to be. Who else from the original lineup? You know what? I'm not sure. He might be, but I know for a fact that Duff, Axl, and Slash are all in because they all posted about it on social media, and they're playing Coachella, so that'll be an expensive ticket this year.
That was my shit in 3rd grade, man.
I love Guns N' Roses.
Appetite for Destruction is one of the greatest albums ever.
Yes, absolutely, of all time. All the times.
I listen to Big Pun. I don't listen to Axl Rose and Guns N' Roses.
Big ups to Brooklyn.
There you go, Brooklyn. Any thoughts on the rest of Raw, like Stardust losing in 2 minutes?
No, my next thought before I have to go actually is right now. And my girlfriend's gonna hate me for saying this, but I think the best feud going on right now in WWE is Charlotte versus Becky.
My God.
I love it. Like I love Becky.
Got a standing O for that.
Favorite.
Yeah,
and I was standing.
I think I just think with Flair in the mix, with the whole see right now it's like the most thorough storyline that they've built up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and have really actually paid attention to it. You know,
the heel turn was great. I love watching Flair dance to her music down to the ring.
Yeah,
it's just great.
Yeah.
The dynamic is great. She's gonna be a great heel.
Yeah,
and now Becky Lynch will get her shot. But here's a question I have. Is Becky Lynch more deserving of a title shot over Sasha Banks?
And that's the thing. Like I don't. It's
only
tough.
in the story.
Yeah.
Like in the story, she's earned it enough.
Yeah.
Whereas, we personally think based on their other work that Sasha.
But to play against that, going story, she's never main evented a live show like Sasha Banks did, and tear the fucking house down.
Yeah.
So on that alone, in my opinion, and listen, not for nothing, I'm a huge fan of Becky Lynch. I love what she does in the ring. I love the gimmick. I love the music. I love everything about her.
The goggles.
I love everything about her. But at the end of the day, she is not getting the fans behind her like Sasha Banks did.
No.
So to me, Sasha's the way you go, and listen, she'll be the next one.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
I think they're using Becky to get us to WrestleMania,
right? To get Charlotte over as the dominant heel,
right?
Which means before Mania, Sasha Banks is breaking away from Team Bad, and she's going to turn face.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think they need to do that either.
Yeah,
I don't think she needs to go away from Team Bad. I think she'll be perfectly fine with having a stable behind her, especially with Tamina there. So,
And if they keep up the New Day antics,
they can turn baby.
The bad day, isn't that what they call themselves?
It's a bad day. Yes, it is.
I would love that to be a full-time thing because they all really get along.
Yeah, they're really good. I think it's going to come to it. It's been a year. It's been more than a year.
A little over a year.
Yeah, I'm thinking E is going to be the first one to head off of that. But to go back to it anyway, I think Charlotte and Becky right now, best storyline going. And like I said, Roman and Vince McMahon and all them have just been more of a just thrown together kind of a thing. So, we'll see where it goes, man. But I think at first, like we spoke about, that Royal Rumble thing is going to be interesting to see. There's just so many avenues that they could go to kind of fix this and see what kind of tricks they throw at us and stuff like that. So it'd be good to see, man.
Yeah. It's good to have your perspective on things here, Hector. So, don't be a stranger. Please drop in. I know you can't stay for the whole time because
man.
I know you're a busy guy. You've got some obligations there. So.
Yep. So I don't know if you guys know, but the Big Heck is having a little heck. So yeah,
That's awesome.
So, we got that coming in May of 2016.
Yeah.
So happy about that, man. Happy
Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
is it a boy or is it a girl?
It's a boy. It's a boy.
All right.
Yes.
Nice. We have a future superstar in our hands.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the main roster in May. So
There you
we
go.
got him going. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, man. Well, listen, fellas.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
That's really good news.
Always a pleasure. Always, nice to be on with you guys. I missed your ugly mugs. Ryan, next time I see you, I'll be able to say I missed your ugly mug too.
Yep.
Keep up the good work, and I'll catch up with you guys, man.
All right. Big Heck, everybody.
Later, guys.
Later. And that's how you do a Big Heck segment. Holy shit, that's great.
Big Heck returns.
That guy needs his own show. Just
The
on.
void is gone.
I think if you just gave a camera to him and you just gave him a topic, he could have a TV show.
Oh, without question.
He'd be great at it.
Without
I'd
question.
watch it.
Any other thoughts on Raw, or let's go into some of this other.
Hey, can I just? So hold on. Kathleen Mo Davis commented, "No, Eric, they can't use the name."
Ooh.
So we have a
thank you,
listener, Kathleen.
I am glad she's listening. That's one of my oldest friends from high school. Big wrestling fan. She's got all her kids are into wrestling. It's awesome.
Yeah, so she's listening, supporting. We appreciate it, and there you go. You have your answer. So they're not coming in as the Bullet Club.
But there is a
Although-
Power Club.
Can I just tell you something this is the strangest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to show the camera. Somebody share this on Facebook. WWE.com has put up an article. Are Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, and the Bullet Club headed to WWE?
I was waiting to bring that up. I didn't want to come.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I literally just logged into Facebook and saw that. So
I
have to read, while we're doing this.
I had it on
See,
my
now,
second monitor.
I'm super fucking pumped because it's going to be great, and now they're pretty much confirming it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go back to what I always say. No matter what's going on social media, WWE has lost their faith in the element of surprise.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be confirming anything or denying. They
Quote.
should let people talk, and when it's going to happen and blow the roof off.
Samoa
The
Joe?
office of WWE COO and EVP of Talent Relations, Triple H, declined to comment on rumors for WWE.com.
Love that, man. I take the schmuck comment back.
See, there you go. So but they've got pictures of them wrestling. Like, there's pictures of them in the ring doing the Too Sweet thing and shit.
Samoa
And they
Joe?
mentioned the Bullet Club. They specifically mention the Bullet Club, and they say a stable formerly led by Balor when he wrestled in Japan under the alias Prince Devitt. Are you kidding me? This is
It's so
earth-shattering.
It is happening. Like, we are about to have an invasion, and it's going to be fantastic.
And did you notice that? I don't know if you watched Wrestle Kingdom from Japan, but they wore Finn Balor tights. Carl Anderson had Balor's teeth sewn into his tights for the Wrestle Kingdom show, as like nobody knew on Sunday or Saturday when it happened in Japan.
It's
so
kind of
there's
hard to notice if you don't get a
right.
screenshot picture of it.
Exactly, but it was like a real. It was everything that they did happened so brilliantly because it was like you heard about it. Then next thing you know, it was like, oh well, somebody noticed that he was wearing these Balor tights, and then somebody noticed AJ Styles started following Triple H on Twitter, and then all of a sudden all this other shit just started coming out. It's like, oh,
dude, this is going to change the game.
Yeah,
I'm very excited of what's about to happen. I just hope it happens quickly. I will say this though too, and I like how the talk is main roster and not NXT. Not that going to NXT is a bad thing, but these guys deserve to be on the main roster, as does Samoa Joe. But that's another story.
I got something to add to that though.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
On same WWE website, they have an article, 16 top superstars to look out for 2016. Samoa Joe is listed.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Right now, they're using him on NXT pretty much to help the other guys.
Cool thing is, he's of the 3 superstars shown, he's the top 3 with Braun Strowman and person I don't want to mention.
Wait, who's the person that you don't? Who? What?
Right. Eva Marie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's one.
Since you brought up Eva Marie, I was watching. I told you guys last week. I started watching Breaking Ground, and the last one I just watched had the one where she kicks Carmella and actually kicks her head off. And Carmella actually gets injured in the match, and they have to stop the match and all that. She's just not ready, dude. I mean, you want to bring her up to the main roster and be a manager? I think she'd be a great manager. Keep her ass out of the fucking ring. She's going to hurt somebody, and it's not going to be pretty.
And that's the roster. She'll hurt someone way better than her.
And it's not that she's going to hurt herself, because you know what? I'm of the opinion, if you are out there and you're a professional and you hurt yourself, and it's your fault, it's part of the business. Mistakes happen. If you were prepared, it would be better. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that when it happens that somebody's mistake causes a third party's injury. So if she slips and messes up and breaks her own ankle, it's whatever. If she drops somebody on their head and breaks their neck and kills them like the great Khali did back in the day, then there's going to be a fucking problem. Then
it'll be too late.
I don't want to read the headline, Natalia injured by Eva Marie.
Career ending.
Yeah, Tiger suplex, and now her and Tyson have matching wheelchairs or something. Yeah, I just don't want to hear that headline.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to have, like, when D'Lo accidentally powerbombed Droz, and Droz is paralyzed for the rest of his life? You know?
I feel a little bit differently about that one, only because it wasn't really D'Lo's fault.
That wasn't accident. It was an accident.
It was wet, or he slipped, or something. There was something that happened.
Professional, he's not like green like Eva Marie is.
Right.
Or if she's careless and,
Yeah. See, that would be the difference, is that would happen, and it would just be Eva Marie standing on solid ground trying to powerbomb somebody, and she'd drop them on their head. Like, I hate to say that about somebody and make that assumption, but you see enough of her work to know that she's kind of dangerous.
Yeah. She's not the safest of all. Got a fun question for anybody. Anyone checking out TNA tonight?
I don't have Pop TV.
I don't have it either.
I think I have it. I might DVR it. I mean, it's an hour, right?
It's on at 9.
It's on at 9.
I just realized it was today.
Because it's not like a 2-hour show, is it? It's only 60 minutes?
It might be 2 hours. I'm not 100% sure. It's been ages since I've watched.
Is tonight supposed to be the actual title match yet?
Tonight is their first, what they're considering their first real show. I wish I feel bad for not knowing, because I used to be so up on everything TNA, and then
I just sent a link to everybody that you could find the show.
Oh, okay. You know which network I don't get is El Rey. So I can't.
Yeah, I don't have that either.
That's the one that Ring of Honor is going to be on.
No, Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, yeah.
And then Comet I also don't get, so I can't get Ring of Honor. So, I mean, I'm screwed all the way around.
Yeah.
Well, I get Pop, so I can watch TNA. Oh, the Michael Bennett. Do we know yet? Because I heard there's a YouTube video. It's 40 seconds long on the TNA Impact thing called "The Miracle on the Water," and it's somebody underwater, and it looks like they're reaching their hand out, like they're underwater and reaching their hand out, and then somebody reaches into the water and pulls them ashore, and it's like everybody needs their miracle. Or something like that, and then it says the miracle happens tonight, for the date.
Everything I've heard is that it's an officially done deal. Right,
and they're speculating that he's this he's going to be this miracle, whether it's Miracle Mike Bennett or something like that. Like they don't even know what the gimmick is. They're just speculating that with the idea of him signing and this cryptic ass video that maybe it's them. But
they were also chasing Goldberg for tonight.
Yes, they also were chasing Goldberg for tonight. We'll see if they got him.
To throw in some news, James Storm is meeting with TNA officials tonight.
Yeah, so what the fuck is that about? Because I'm kind of bummed because I was excited that he was in NXT.
See, I saw on Twitter from him that he had it was a picture of him, like, it was a gym selfie.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how I could be on a plane when I'm here in the gym. But, I mean, you could take a picture of the gym when the fuck ever and then put the picture up, I would rather he stay in NXT, selfishly. But
yeah,
it seems like TNA is trying to do like, I hate to say it's their last big push, but maybe it could be their last big push because they're offering big money deals to people. Like Bennett had to pay Mike Bennett good enough to leave Ring of Honor and be exclusive. And like the indie dates now with TNA, your indie dates go through their office. They get their piece of that. So you're giving up a little bit on the front end to have. So the money's got to be good. On the face of it, the money's got to be good. And if that's the case, they're going after Goldberg. They're opening their wallet a little bit. They're trying to make moves. I don't know if they're in the right direction, but they're trying.
Making moves, making $1 million moves.
That's right.
Listen,
$1 million.
I mean, not for nothing, they land somebody like Goldberg, they're going to get ratings.
Yeah.
Assuming you can find them.
Isn't it still like Dixie's parents? Like it's Panda Energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they split. They actually recently split off TNA as it used to be like a subsidiary of Panda Energy, and now it's just it's its own sole proprietorship or its own company. The speculation was they were spinning it off to bankrupt it, but that didn't happen. So they're still affiliated, and I think all the Actually, I think at this point they're not affiliated business-wise anymore because the HR and the paychecks and the payroll and all that started coming up. Instead of under Panda Energy, it's under TNA Entertainment or Impact or whatever the fuck they're calling the LLC now, or the corporation. So, they're still affiliated because what are their names? He named the fucking Abyss named that thing after her, after the mother.
Janice.
Janice and Bob Carter, because he had one that was Bob, one weapon was Bob, and the other was Janice, and that was the joke.
Janice was the one with the spikes.
Yes, the spiked baseball bat that looked like it would kill somebody. He never once connected, and if he did, it was off camera, and they threw ketchup on the person.
Yeah, if it connected with anybody, there'd be a dead person.
Yeah, remember that he attacked RVD with it one time, and they came up and he was backstage all curled up and had this fake blood.
Yep.
What the fuck are you guys doing? Anyway, well, we got to the Shinsuke Nakamura, all those guys things. Lesnar's back officially. Well,
next week.
You gotta say it like you mean it, like you're Paul Heyman.
Lesnar. Yeah, no, I think he's gonna come back and he has to announce that he's entering the Rumble, right? That's the whole reason for him to be there.
Well, unless he's got to show up for Paul Heyman to announce that he's entering the Rumble, but yeah.
Exactly.
Which is fine. We get Paul Heyman.
I mean, there's the possibility that someone fucks with him and causes him to be, and then sets up a Lesnar match. But then who would that be?
Kevin Owens would be a good.
Kevin Owens would be great. I mean,
they're not going to want to do that now. They're going to want to save that for a Mania match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think you need to do Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I'm sorry.
Well, Sami Zayn's got to be healthy first.
Yeah.
Well, he's back. He's wrestling.
I know, but he's still not 100%.
You could start the feud for a Brock Lesnar Kevin Owens at the Rumble, skip the one pay-per-view, and then hit Mania.
Have Brock be the one that eliminates Owens.
Or
Or you
have
could have Sammy do it, and then that's the feud with Sammy.
I think it would be better to have Owens eliminate Lesnar.
Ooh. God, he'd be mad about that.
Having a pissed off Brock, and they would give him a reason to disappear off TV. He's just beyond pissed. Have him interrupt the Intercontinental title match at Breakout or whatever they're calling it, and then set up the feud.
There you go.
Because you could have Kevin Owens do what Paul Heyman did for breaking the streak. I'm the one who eliminated the Beast.
Right. No, I mean, there are different ways. There are a lot of different ways to go about all these things in wrestling. And we know, because we did this last year, we have no fucking clue what's going to happen.
Hey, it's fair that way.
There's too many possibilities, but that's what makes the Rumble exciting. You know, the ones where we call it and we're right, they're not great. The element of surprise is
the last two.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Rumble where the 3 years back where Cena won was still pretty good. Even though that was...
Oh, that was the one where Dolph Ziggler should have won. Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
And everybody knew it was Cena winning with The Rock winning the title.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was like one of those Rumbles where
Once in a lifetime part 2.
Yeah.
And they could have had... It was a wide open field, too.
I don't mind that they wrestled twice. It's that they billed it as once in a lifetime and then got everybody's money from that stupid DVD and then did it again. That's what pissed me off. Not that they had 2 matches. I don't care about that.
Still was a better booked Rumble than the last 2.
I like the one that Edge won was pretty cool.
That was good.
And then he ended up winning the title from Jericho at WrestleMania?
No, he lost the title. He didn't win it.
Oh, he didn't win the match.
Jericho retained.
Was that the spear? Did they do like a spear through the barricade or something?
Yeah, that was post-match.
Okay.
To help Edge get his heat back.
Right.
This is somewhat unrelated, but yet somehow related. I was watching World War III. Remember that clusterfuck of a match? The 3-ring battle royal for WCW.
Yes, I love
that match.
I watched
it. It's a mess.
No, I watched it again like now, and it's god awful.
I watched it like 6 months ago.
But you know what's funny though? The card, the rest of the card. I watched 95 and 96. The rest of the card was amazing. Like the matches on the card were great.
Well, the Lucha guys would go ring to ring, which was.
And then the missed opportunity was like at 95. You know, that was the one that the title was vacant, right? Because of the whole Giant Hogan thing with the contract and Jimmy Hart and all that. And Savage won it. And there was that controversy of, you know, Hogan was pulled underneath, and he wasn't really eliminated, but
right.
And what it should have done was had a great Starrcade title match between Hogan and Savage.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that because they were doing the whole, I don't know what they were doing, but
this was WCW.
It could have been a good
great matches and bad booking all the time.
It could have been a great heel turn for Hogan, even on his short term.
95, they were really still hesitant about pulling the trigger on that. So, even they teased it with that Halloween Havoc match. But then they never really went all the way with it, and then he got injured, and then took time off, and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then there was the Alliance to End Hulkamania.
The Alliance to End Hulkamania with and they brought back Tom Tiny Lister. Yeah, Z Gangsta. How did they come up with that fucking stupid name?
How did they come up with a lot of that stuff in WCW?
The Ding Dongs. The Ding Dongs were hunchbacks, so you couldn't pin them. Their shoulders would never touch the mat because they were hunchbacked. Like, that was one of the things they came up with. What?
So awful.
Shockmaster.
The shock. Well, that was not his fault. I feel bad for Uncle Fred. That's Uncle Fred. I feel so bad for that guy because they bored. Somebody put a board.
The schmuck that put the board that's whose fault it is.
Yeah. Whoever did it, I think it was like Crockett Jr. Somebody stupid just put it up for no reason, and fucked the whole thing. The whole that. Not that Shockmaster was going to be the next main event star, but
he would have
that way.
He would have been forgotten by now.
Right. It would have been something that Fred Ottman did 30 years ago that nobody remembers. And now
placing him with Super Shockmaster, and Fred Ottman was Super Shockmaster
right.
as well.
And the joke was the Super Shockmaster would call Shockmaster his Uncle Fred. In the promos, he'd be like, "My Uncle Fred."
And that's the whole Uncle Fred thing is because Cody was watching as a kid with his friends. That's Uncle Fred.
I think that's Uncle Fred. I love when Dusty tells that story. Go on YouTube and watch it. He's like, I think that's Uncle Fred. Yes.
Now, Dusty's other brother-in-law is one of the Nasty Boys, Knobs, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Which one of them tried to grab your wife's ass and sleep with her again?
Oh, that was definitely Sags. Sags is in love with my wife.
And Greg
show you the
Valentine
T-Sag.
confirmed it.
He was getting quite nasty.
Yeah. I love that the Nasty Boys want to bang your wife.
I thought it was hilarious.
And Valentine confirmed it because he saw us. Your boyfriend is.
Where's your boyfriend? You know he was serious, right?
Oh, shit.
He needed the Heartbreaker. He needed the Heartbreaker from Valentine. The Heartbreaker and the Hammer Jammer, the ankle, the leg protectors from that Ronnie Garvin feud.
Oh, yeah.
Rugged Ronnie.
Hands of Stone.
We're
Former
about time to
NWA
get out.
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see
It
here.
was nice seeing Jericho return last night.
Yeah,
though.
you know,
That's one thing we didn't touch on.
Jericho's. I mean, it's always nice to see him on TV.
Yeah.
He always gets that big pop, and,
He had all his catchphrases.
Yep.
he
got every one of them in.
makes you wonder, will they revisit that whole Jericho-Ambrose thing? That remember when he was the partner of Ambrose and Reigns, and then he had that little shoulder push after he lost the match, and I'll tell you what though, that's a great story because you can have Jericho chasing his 10th Intercontinental title.
Right.
That'd be a good Mania match.
Yeah.
Mm. I mean, I would like to see more for Dean Ambrose, but that would be a good Mania match.
Not to say Jericho would win it. I'm just saying,
No,
right, that would be the
he
story.
shouldn't win it. Unfortunately.
Oh. Well, I mean, at this point, he's. What good is him winning another Intercontinental title going to do?
No, I'm just saying he needs to have some wins under his belt.
Yeah.
Because when he comes back, you know he's going to lose. It doesn't have any suspense on.
With
He's
that
going to
being
get
said,
a lot of wins over the Social Outcasts.
with that being said, is that why they didn't put the tag belts on the Dudleys? Same reason?
Right.
I still think the
Like
Dudleys
their
are winning the
nostalgia.
tag titles. So
They're going to win them again.
Apparently they tweeted and they put a picture of the old tag titles.
yeah,
wow.
it said that they're going to bring back the old tag titles.
That'd be cool.
Better than the bronze pennies.
Yeah, those. Okay. Oh my God, I've hated those things since they came out.
They're awful.
It doesn't
I don't
make
get the
sense.
premise of them.
No, somebody had a really great idea, and they explained it to one other person, and it made complete sense, and nobody else knows.
Yeah.
Those are the only two. Like Vince McMahon and
It's
the
a
guy
secret.
who made them. Or it's like the recipe for Coke, the meaning behind this thing. Nobody fucking knows. Are they like they're Spartans?
Ancient
or
Chinese
Trojans?
secrets.
Ancient Chinese secrets. Centurions? I don't know exactly what they are, but they have the brushes, the helmets with the brushes. I guess because they were a legion. I am Legion. We're a tag team.
Oh, speaking of Vinny Roo, he's
Bro.
come out against AJ Styles,
Uh-oh.
saying he isn't WWE material.
Steve, remember when you said for me to be nice? I'm being nice right now. This is your Hanukkah.
Who said this? Who said this?
Vince Russo.
Oy vey.
Oh man.
He said it on the latest installment of Wrestling Inc. podcast. And to steal a little bit, and I quote, I worked with AJ for probably a decade. Being on both sides of that fence, I don't see AJ Styles as WWE material. AJ is one of the most class acts through and through that I know. He's good. He's a good man, great father, stand-up guy. I was on that other side of the fence. I was in WWE when it was political warfare.
So he's saying that he's too nice to make it in WWE?
That might be it.
You know what? I've met AJ, and he is a nice guy, but I can tell that he's fucking business. Like, when it comes to business, he's business.
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck around. Like, he's nice, but he's not one of those people that when you meet them, you get the sense that they're too nice or that you can walk all over them.
Like, don't take my kindness for weakness kind of
Exactly, yeah, and that's the thing. You can't mistake that, because even, like, he wrestled a match, like, a year ago, I think, against Matt Hardy. I think it was in Waterbury, Connecticut. And midway through the match, AJ's on his hands and knees, and Matt comes off the top rope with a moonsault, accidentally clips him in the head, and basically smashes his face into the mat with his leg. So, like, boom, one of those things. So it's like getting hit twice, back of the head, front of the head. His nose was bleeding and all that, you know, and like, I went up to him after the match, and I was like, how you feeling? And he's like, I'm fine. And, like, it's not even, like, a little bit. He's bleeding. He's got a towel on his face. And I'm like, are you hurt? Do you need a doctor? Can I get a trainer? He's like, I'm good. Just like, okay. So I don't see how a guy can he composed himself very well in the face of an injury where he could be more concerned. So I think he'll do well.
He's a professional.
But they're not going to let him do the Styles Clash after.
I mean, we've talked about, and I love the Styles Clash, and I think it looks fantastic. But yes, somebody's going to fuck it up, and
it's not worth the risk.
Right. Especially with a really safe move like the Muscle Buster.
Yeah.
And you got, TJ injured.
Yeah.
Not great. But.
Yeah, no man.
Well, we're about top of the hour, boys.
Yes, sir.
Went quick as usual.
Yeah, be sour.
We were at the top of the hour, and I think Hector had a lot to do with that because he came in and like we hadn't seen him in a while, and he just dropped exactly what we needed right into that part of the show. So.
And we were happy to be silent.
Yeah, just let him go. I mean, he hasn't been on in a while. We figured,
we should call Hector Hour one day.
Yeah, the Hector Hour. We'll just give him one. We'll put him on the microphone and just let him do his thing. Anybody have any final comments before we close out this evening's show?
TagMeADate.com. Sign up. It's growing fast every day. Don't miss out.
Yes, sir. Lots of new sign-ups recently. Lots of notoriety. I've heard a lot of big plans. They're rolling out. And you already know we have Jasmine St. Clair as one of the lovely ladies of Tag Me a Date. You know that we've got Frank the Clown and Noelle Foley saying some words for us. I'll play that in just a second. We are building a brand here that from the plans that I've heard and the people that I've heard are going to be involved, we're going to have a fun 2016. And I think 2016 might be the year that Tag Me a Date takes off. So get ahead of the curve. Sign up now. It's free for now. First month is free. You got to try it before you buy it. Sign up. And we will see you next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to YouTube. Type in Tag Me a Date. All one word, Tag Me a Date, squished together. You will find our YouTube page. You will see our archives. You will see our upcoming show, which, again, we will be live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time. And to play us out this evening, we are going to have some words from Frank the WWE Clown and the always lovely Noelle Foley.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank the Clown here, along with
Noelle Foley.
the beautiful Noelle Foley, and we are here in Pittsburgh to promote TagMeADate.com. What is TagMeADate.com, you ask? Let me tell you. It's a website for wrestling fans to come together and find love, like you and I found love via the internet. Because how did we begin to talk, Noelle?
On Twitter.
On Twitter. Twitter's a lovely place, but I'm telling you, if Tag Me a Date was around when Noelle and I canoodled, we might have found each other on there. With that said, sign up on TagMeADate.com, and you'll be getting tagged in with dates left and right with fellow wrestling fans. You can sit and discuss the Royal Rumble. You can sit and discuss how you dislike Roman Reigns. You could talk about the gobbledygooker. You could talk about Noelle Foley's sweet little body.
Or you can talk about a cute clown.
You can talk about anything you want, and you can meet people. TagMeADate.com.
Tag me a date.
Boom! I like that one.